You can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. Well, let's watch.
Straight to the air they go. Complete to Braylon Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. The Aviators getting their special teams out onto the field. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. It's Allen again. He breaks the tackle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And they're going to have a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's got time here. It is cut left side. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Receiver in motion, going left. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Sauce Gardner with the INT. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
This offense getting all set for this series. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Gotta find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Not an open passing lane to be found anywhere. He took what he thought was the best one available, and they still managed to tip the ball away.
The kick by Shudak is good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing the out route complete. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Commanders will have a first. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Gets this one to Watson. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 2nd and 3 now. Man in motion, headed right. 2nd and 3. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now this offense ready to head back out. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Airing it out to start this drive. He's on the move. He's running with it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
This is Allen on the give. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Play made by Deron Payne. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to Allen. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On the handoff, Allen. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They bring the tight end in motion. This time it's a passing play. That's complete to Wilson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Aviators parlay the interception into points. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Aviators go up 10-zip here in the first. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's a 10-0 ball game. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Daniels back to throw. Gets it. Ooh, can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon. You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you've got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to, explode through.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for second down. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Aviators make it a 16-point ball game. Braylon Allen, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Aviators take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. On first down, here's Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A give now from the gun. He finds space for a few yards that time. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. Running it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Aviators. And Braylon Allen back out on offense again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Shotgun handoff for Allen. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Riley Moss with that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This is Allen. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Here's a throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll give him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing now on first down. This finds home, complete. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. The Aviators looking to add to their advantage. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Daniels on first down. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Watson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running. Oh, he lost the football. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Aviators back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Throwing now following the turnover. They got a hand on it, and now it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over after the interception. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Out of the gun, Daniels. Watson with the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the gun, it's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. From midfield on second down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down. Again, Daniels to the air. Getting out to his left. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State. That's halftime in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Mostert on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 31. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Daniels gets this one to Watson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Ground game stopped again. That leaves them with a 4th and short.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 19. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running is Allen. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 47. This one's to Schultz, out right side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown! The Aviators push their lead further to start the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Aviators make it a 24-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Mostert on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running back sent in motion. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing now, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He has a... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Daniels. A throw left side to Watson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. The Aviators headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds Hyatt. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Hyatt with the grab. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Allen out of the shotgun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Crosses the 35, still got more room. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives them the 1st. This time it's a passing play. This finds Hall complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Working inside the red zone. Buys, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Aviators lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Hard to believe, but just one quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's Commanders football. Their title hopes hinging on getting rid of that deficit. New set of downs for him from the 46. Daniels on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Kate, when you watch...
The Aviators don't like that call. Their coach is going to throw the challenge flag out.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college, where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kaiir Elam makes the play. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They run with Allen. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. It's Allen again. And he's going to get across the 10 to the 12-yard line. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punting unit out now. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, it's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. To throw, Daniels gets this one to Watson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Again, Daniels to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They'll come up first and 10. They are throwing it again. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Quick slant complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third and a lone yard coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
This is Allen on the give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. Rolling out to his left. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll run now with Allen. And he'll get it up to the 27. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. The offense headed back to the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Commanders trying to do some window dressing. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the set. Hits him on the out route. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here's 2nd and 5. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Looking for a target. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So out now comes the punter. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This offense making its way back out now. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. And we've crowned a new champion. They just won the Super Bowl.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! First down. There's no way we're going down. We gotta make some plays. You ready?
Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was a group, and such a special group, brought together from so many